sound of wind whistling, distant, faint screams. You ever hear tales that make the hair on your arms stand up? Stories of heroes and treasures. Sure, but what about the places they have to go to get them? Places like the Maze of Madness. Now, this isn't your garden variety hedge maze, oh no. This is a place whispered about in hushed tones, a sprawling, shifting labyrinth built not of stone, but of pure, distilled insanity. It's a place that chews up souls and spits out husks. And into this nightmare walked Noctis. He wasn't there for the thrill. He was on a mission, a holy one, you could say. He needed to recover a legendary artifact, the Pendant of Sammual. They say this pendant holds the power to mend a broken spirit, to bring light to the darkest of shadows. And Tai needed that light more than anyone. The moment he stepped inside, the maze began its work. The air grew thick, heavy with despair. Shadows danced in the corners of his eyes, whispering his deepest fears. Around every corner, he encountered the mazes, prisoners, the sick, the damned, the unholy. Lost souls trapped for eternity, their minds shattered into a million pieces. Some lunged at him, driven by blind rage. Others just wept in corners, their sorrow so profound it felt like a physical blow. Tai had to fight, dodge, and, hardest of all, ignore the pleas of those he couldn't save. His own heart growing heavier with every step. He pressed on, following a faint, ethereal hum that he hoped was the pendant. But the maze doesn't just let you walk through. It guards its treasures. As he reached a corroded iron gate, a hulking figure blocked his path. It was the demon Momin, a grotesque creature with skin like scorched leather and eyes burning with hellfire. It wasn't just a guardian. It was a warden of this section of the maze. And it held a key, glinting on a chain around its thick neck. Turn back, Mortal Momin's voice rasped, like grinding stones. This path is not for you. Tai didn't waste words. He drew his blade, its silver edge gleaming in the gloom. A brutal, desperate fight broke out. Momin was strong, fueled by the madness of the maze, but Tai was driven by something more powerful: hope. He was faster, his movements a blur of practiced grace against the demon's clumsy rage. He parried a crushing blow, sidestepped a swipe of razor-sharp claws, and with a final, decisive thrust, he drove his blade home. The demon roared, a sound of fury and surprise, before crumbling into dust and ash. The key clattered to the floor. Tai snatched it, his breath coming in ragged gasps, and unlocked the gate. Beyond it, on a crumbling pedestal, bathed in a soft, sorrowful light, was the Pendant of Sammual. It was beautiful, more beautiful than the stories said. But as Tai reached for it, the maze demanded its price. It's a place of balance, you see? To take something of such hope, you must leave a piece of yourself behind. The moment his fingers touched the cool metal of the pendant, an agonizing pain shot through him. It felt like all the sorrow, all the madness, all the despair of the maze was being funneled directly into him. He screamed, clutching his face as a searing energy tore across his skin. When the agony finally subsided, he was left panting, the pendant clutched tight in his hand. He had it. He had the treasure. But when he looked at his reflection in the polished surface of his blade, he saw the cost. A fresh, raw scar ran from just under his left eye, a jagged line cutting down his cheek. It wasn't just a wound. It was a brand. A permanent reminder of the horrors he'd witnessed, the pain he'd absorbed. He had recovered the pendant of Sammual. But he had also taken the pain of the maze of madness with him. He was no longer just Noctis. He was a man marked by madness itself.